Well, yes. Hello again. So maybe I should have gone do 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 to try and blend in with the previous episode. So that was. I like to think that everyone's got a bit of hold music in them. So "Girl from Ipanema" is my hold music, and it's my. You know when you're doing something and you know that you really shouldn't be doing it, and you kind of know people are watching, so you kind of make a sorry. So you make a noise or do a little tune. Ipa Panina is my go-to. Probably pronounce it wrong, but hey ho. So what happened in the last episode and why it stopped abruptly was because obviously I was in my car, I moved my car, I parked up, I was quite enjoying a new spot in the shade, and then someone promptly got into their car next to me whilst I was talking, and I felt very self-conscious all of a sudden because that person was from Machine Shop, and Machine Shop are they're all the men that are manly men who know how to do stuff with chunks of metal, and yet I am just a mere electronic engineer. So, meh. Oh, this evening I'm using the words wrongly. So let's just accept that and just move on. But yes, so that happened. So yeah, someone sat next to me, and yeah, so I got a peanut M&M stuck. Hold on 1 minute. Don't you hate it when you get a peanut M&M stuck? It's just a little soupçon, a little bit of a peanut just left in my my throat. So yeah, so that's a bit annoying, isn't it? So yes, hold music. So I believe everyone has some form of little bit of music in them that's their go-to when they are trying to be sneaky or just doing stuff. And you all have it. Don't deny it. I know you. I know you're thinking, oh, I wonder if I have it. But just think about when you're being sneaky and like if you're in the kitchen and you're just like pilfering another biscuit from a cookie jar. If you're American, I suppose if you're stealing another cookie, because you don't really have biscuits. Popeye's biscuits is not a British biscuit. I'm afraid that is a scone that's been overcooked, or I would say a dumpling, but it's not even dumpling level, is it? They're rock solid lumps of yeast-based material. But yes, so we're talking a proper biscuit, like a bourbon, when you're pilfering the last bourbon, or if you're being fancy, a hobnob. But we did talk about pink wafers. We've done pink wafers, bourbons, and hobnobs. We are definitely talking biscuits quite on a regular basis. Then again, I ate some ginger creams today. I ate a whole pack of ginger creams. Shouldn't really admit it, but it was what? Oh god! Oh no! Not another yawning episode. Oh god, no! Please don't. Anyway, yeah. So that happened. But yeah, so it was very, very good biscuits. Very good, very good, lovely. I love it. Marvelous biscuit. Really good. Really, really, really good. You know, I'm just saying, marvelous. So yeah, so that happened. Now, when you talk about idonyms, something like that. It's ida something or idonyms. Or anyway, so I was in quite a few meetings this week, and one of them involved the window of tolerance. So there's several things I wanted to do with the window of tolerance. Everyone has a window of tolerance. I was doing the emotional intelligence training course and stuff, and there's a thing called emotional intelligence. Yeah, there is. Sorry, a window of tolerance, but there's quite a lot of windows of, and I must admit I now have an urge to ask Bing Copilot or equivalent, how would they draw the window of tolerance? Is there like this magic window? If you go to Everest Windows or Anglia Windows or any other window manufacturer, Brackenwood even, let's just name every window manufacturer I can think of, do they have a window of fortune or a window of tolerance or a window of? Is there loads of windows of? Because you can have a bone of contention, I think is the word, where there's a bow, so you can have an apple. So you can have a bone in that way. Well, you have a bone in many other ways, FNAF. But yeah, anyway, so yeah, the window of. I'm just wondering what picture would be drawn. So I might go away and find that one out. That sounds like a thing, but I can't actually... Well, I could probably show you if I made a video. But we haven't gone to videos yet, have we? We're still in audio mode. Haven't made it that far. Got to think about these things. Anyway, right, I suppose better start books. We're 6 minutes in. We know that's not acceptable for the people who just come to the book reading. Who doesn't like the mundane waffle? Who doesn't like a mundane waffle? So yeah, let's go and have a look. Oh, right, we need Kindle. Kindles. Bear with me, caller. See, works every time. Right, where were we? So she had seen him with special project. That was it. Love bites. Oh yes. And then premature ejaculation. Oh, hit so hard. So, hit home. So did. Anyway, amusement crosses his face as he sips his scotch. I have no idea what's going through his head. The head of his this afternoon. Maybe he's had too many scotches. Scotches, not Scotch eggs. That'd be more impressive. We stare at each other. I want to blurt out, "Do you ever think of me?" Well, do you think of me like I think of you? Is that often or not at all? Wonder stuff. Let's have a listen to some wonder stuff later. I think that could be a plan. But I can't because this is work. I'm acting uninterested. Actually, let me rephrase that. I'm not interested. I'm slightly fascinated. Huge difference. How was your weekend? Yes, fine. His eyebrow rises. He's only got one eyebrow. It's like a big monobrow. Just fine. I nod. I don't want to tell him I broke up with Robbie, but then I don't want to lie to him either. You got back Sunday night? Yes. His eyes hold mine, and I know he wants to ask about Robbie and me, but is holding his tongue. How was your weekend? I ask. Great, he replies, as his eyes drop to my lips. I had a great weekend. Good for him. I'm so glad he had a great weekend. He obviously doesn't have children. He doesn't have to run to swimming lessons. He doesn't have to do all the things that grown-up daddies have to do. I frown. I did cut the back hedge this evening, and that's not even a euphemism. Does great mean just greatly great? Also, just generally great, or does great mean I had a great hot sex with a gorgeous great woman all weekend? See, when we use the word great in this, it's just like a great woman. Is it like Attack of a 50-foot woman? Is that what we're thinking? Stop it. Oh, that's her mind going, stop it. Sorry about that, Tristan says. As he breezes into a room, he smiles warmly and shakes my hand. I'm Tristan. He's slightly younger than Jameson, and his hair is a lighter brown, and has a curl to it. His eyes are dark. His eyes are big and brown. He's very different from Jameson, but has the same power thing going on. I'm Emily. His eyes hold mine. Hello, Emily. He and James make eye contact, and at that moment I know that he knows Jameson and my history together. I swallow a nervous lump in my throat. Ooh, someone's going to get a threesome. Why would you have told his brother about me? Tristan glances at Jameson's scotch. What time is it? Has happy hour started? 4:30, and yes, Jameson replies. Tristan goes to the bar and pours himself a glass of the amber liquid. Seriously, amber liquid, a bit of honey. Just poured out some honey into a glass. Amber liquid, it could be urine. Just a bit of piss in a jar. I'm just going to pour out piss in a jar. Literally, we've got a bar in the office. So are they actually saying selling OC has a bar in their office? But, but anyway, it's just like, are they actually just in a bar? Is it just like his office is just the pub next door, and when they open the door, they just go through the wall, and it's just the pub next door? And why was he drinking amber liquid? Amber liquid. Is whiskey amber? I don't know, because I drink it too quickly and not really pay attention to the colour of it. He holds his glass up. Would you like a drink, Emily? No thanks, I'm working, I reply nervously. Amusement crosses Jameson's face as he lifts his drink to his lips. Okay, what the hell is that look? Okay, what the hell is that look? Is it a condescending smirk or nearly a smile? I can't read this man at all. That's because it's not a book. It's just, I can't read this book without wanting to vomit. So, anyway, Jameson sits still and stares at me. Our eyes are locked, and the air swirls between us. There's lots of eddy currents, isn't there? This swirling. It sounds like it's as if they need the air conditioning fixing. With all this air swirls. I'm not that keen. You wanted to see me? I ask. I really don't know what kind of meeting has scotch involved. Maybe I should have had a glass. God, no. Remember what you did last time you got drunk with this man? You tried to suck all the blood out of him. As we discussed, we have a special project we would like you to work on, Jameson says. I nod as I look between them. Yes, in light of what you told me this morning, we want you to write a story for us to publish. I swallow a lump in my throat. Okay. I look between them. What's the story on? Name a subject. His tongue slips out and runs across his bottom lip, and I feel it all the way to my I feel it all the way to my toes, because his tongue's just like rolled off the bottom lip, along the floor, and up to her feet, so he could lick her little toes. We have a secret project coming up, and I want you to be involved, but I need to know if you can report on a subject. You know I can. I've worked for regional papers for 5 years as a reporter. This is strictly off record, Tristan says. You cannot tell a soul. It's imperative. I won't, I say, as I look between them. For some time we have thought that somebody on your floor is selling our stories to our competitors, so that they are breaking before us. What you told us this morning all but confirms it. Dum, 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 dum. What's that? I just have that awful Batman music going through my head. I frown. How do you know? Trust me, we know, Jameson replies. Our stocks are falling, and so is our credibility. It needs to stop. I frown as I listen. We want you to make up a fake news story and submit it through the normal channels, and we will see if it turns up in our competitors' papers. I stare at him as I try to get my brain to keep up. Really, what is there to keep up? It's blatantly obvious. It's not like, how do they drag out this whole thing for several pages? Because it's not even worth the several pages it's been dragged out to. They literally make up a story, put it in the paper. If someone prints it before you, you know where the leak is. You just follow the story through. Jesus. What would I write about? Something worth selling. It doesn't have to be real. The faker the better. And it's more easily traceable. Who do you think it is? I ask, as excitement runs through me. This is my chance. If I do well here, I can prove myself as a valuable employee. Imagine if I cracked the case. I bit my bottom lip to hide my smile. I need to act as if exciting things like this happens to me every day. We have an idea. We have no idea. Oh, that's a bit rubbish. But we know it's not you. Oh, it's going to be that guy that sat on her desk at the beginning and tried to chat her up. How do you know that? because it began before you started, Jameson says, as he stands and goes to a bar. Okay, I think for a moment. I could do that. I looked between them. When do you want the story by? Tomorrow afternoon, if possible. Okay. A voice comes through the intercom. Tristan, you have London on line 2. Now, I know someone called London. Maybe it's them. Because I can't imagine the whole of London just being on the telephone to one person. Can you? Well, maybe we could. It'd be really noisy. How would you understand what anyone is saying? Just be like, argh. Anyway. Okay, the receptionist answers. Sorry, I have to take this call. We are settling day on a new company. We'll talk more tomorrow afternoon, he says. Sure, I smile. Oh, I like him. He's friendlier than his brother. Oh, there we go. She's going to have both of them then. Oh, I told you. Someone's getting a threesome. He shakes my hand. Remember, not a word to anyone. I would hate to have to fire you. He gives me a playful wink, but something tells me he's not joking. I frown. What the hell? Okay. I look forward to reading our story, he says. He turns and walks out of the office and closes the door behind him. I turn to Jameson. His eyes are dark and he's holding his glass of scotch. He sips it in slow motion, and I smile nervously as my heart begins to race. He raises his eyebrow. He's just got one eyebrow. I just love the idea that he's just got one eyebrow. And it's just like his left eyebrow. Not his right eyebrow, just one eyebrow. Not even... Like the other one got shaved off in a weird shaving incident. It's just... How did he lose an eyebrow? What? Please help me on this one. I don't understand how he could have lost his eyebrow. Obviously, he's just got the one eyebrow he raises. But... It's the other side of his face got Botox. He's had the old injection, so he can't move the other eyebrow. Is that what's going on? I just don't know. The electricity in the air between us is palpable. Oh, for Christ's sakes! Come on now, palatable. Well, shouldn't it have a T in it if it's palatable? Palatable? Oh, sorry. Anyway, I should get back to my desk, I whisper. His eyes stay fixed to me as if he wants to say something, but he remains silent. Is there anything else you wanted, sir? I whisper as I stand. He puts his drink down on his desk and walks toward me. Yes, actually there is. He stops in front of me so that our faces are only an inch apart, and I stare up at him. Oh, he's obviously taller than her. Doesn't mention that anywhere earlier. I can't remember. Anyway. His close proximity steals my breath, and like a wave in the ocean, a horizon swims between us. Can you feel that? He breathes. I nod because it's undeniable. I'm so sexually attracted to you, but it's insane, he whispers. From the first moment I saw you on that plane. It was oh no. It's just like rain in Spain falls mainly on the plane. So it makes you wonder, doesn't it? I stare at him as I get a vision of him throwing me across his desk. And two broadcasters sitting about, well, Shivani, that's a good throw. Oh yeah, I'm waiting for a flying cross armbar to take the final hit. Will it be a KO? I don't know. So, nothing but a bit of 70s wrestling. That's what's obviously going to happen. She gets thrown across the desk in a hardcore wrestling match. He trails his index finger down my face. He trails his index finger down my face. I've just got visions of him just like a little child would, just like poke your face and just like lob a finger down over my chest, over the centre of my chest, over it, not along it, not following it, surely, but over the centre of my chest, between my breasts. Where else would the centre of my chest be? Between my breasts. would it be outside your breasts? But why not? Why? Obviously, it's between the central chest should be between your breasts. I would imagine. Normally, most people, I would imagine, are symmetrical in some way. So the centre of their chest would be between their two breasts. You don't see many people with their breasts all on one side. It just doesn't really happen, does it? I can't imagine seeing anyone where all their breasts, all of them, all 200 breasts, are just to the left. No. Right. And then lower to my stomach, when he skims it over my pubic bone before resting his hands on my hip. I have a request. Yes, I close my eyes as I feel myself melt under his touch. Would you be able to... No, oh, sorry, he leans forward so my lips are almost touching my ear. His breath tickles and sends goosebumps down my spine. I want you to wear the grey skirt tomorrow, the one with the split. I frown as I listen to his whispered words. Your white silk blouse and that lace bra that you wear underneath it. Holy shit. Why did she just say holy shit? I don't understand. No stockings. His hand grips my hip bone, and I clench my sex. So all through the book, she can swear, and she can just say, but she can't say the word vagina. She can't. Just use one sex. Seriously, that's anyway. Right. Also, I'm not liking the no stockings thing. That's shocking. He licks my ear. Earwax. I want you to wear your hair in a ponytail so I can wrap it around my hand. Now, right, let's talk about ponytails. There's only one thing you find in a ponytail, and that's an arsehole. I just wanted to get that out of the way. I felt I had to say it. But I can't stop. This is just ridiculous. I get a vision of him wrapping my ponytail around his hand, and I nearly combust. Oh, that's not good going up in flames, is it? You don't really want to go up in flames in public. This man is a god. Actually, no, he's not. I stare up at him. Anything else? I breathe. Yes, his eyes darken. Oh, they darken. That's quite interesting. And he reaches up and rubs his pointer finger over my bottom lip. Tonight, I want you to take your Oh, really? Want to take your vibrating friend. His voice is deep and hushed, and doing things to my insides that I didn't know were possible. Well, we all know, but probably he's talking at around 7 hertz, the Q point of the human body. You can Google that. That's quite an interesting. Google the resonant frequency of the human body. It's really interesting. It's 7 hertz, and they have to filter it out because people get damaged internally from it. And it gets filtered out at rock concerts, and there were weapons in the war designed around 7 hertz to kill people, and the principle works is that you could wipe out areas and not knock down buildings, because with that frequency people would just rupture and pop internally, and then all the buildings would still be standing because they need a different terminal resonance. So yeah, so it's quite an interesting one. Bit of science there. We love a bit of science. So, but the thing is, this is meant to be something erotic, but it really isn't. And on that note, I think it's time for me to go. Bit tired. I haven't yawned again, but I'm starting to feel a bit space age. So I'm going to go. Lots to do. Lots of busyness. So yes. Anyway, have a pleasant evening. Toodle pip.